Mindfulness has become a buzzword. It's on apps and corporate wellness programs and every self-help book. But what does it actually mean? And why does it matter for healing? Welcome back to A Lot to Grow Through. I'm Artist. This is where we grow through it, not just go through it. And today we're talking about mindfulness, what it is beyond meditation, why it's essential for trauma recovery, and practical ways to practice presence. So let's get into it. When most people hear mindfulness, they think meditation, sitting still, clearing your mind. And while meditation can be part of mindfulness, that's not what mindfulness actually is. Here's the simplest definition. Mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment on purpose without judgment. That's it. It's noticing what's happening right now in your body, in your thoughts, in your environment, without getting lost in it or trying to change it. Things that are not mindfulness are ruminating about the past, worrying about the future, judging yourself for your feeling, being on autopilot. Things that are mindfulness are noticing, I'm feeling anxious right now. Observing, my thoughts are racing. Being present, I'm here in this moment. You can be mindful while walking, eating, talking to someone, or washing dishes. It's not about sitting on a cushion. It's about being present in your life. So why does this matter? Why is mindfulness so central to healing work? Well, reason one, trauma keeps you stuck in past or future. When you have unresolved trauma, you're often either reliving the past, so flashbacks, rumination, stuck in old patterns, or anxious about the future, hypervigilance, catastrophizing. You're rarely actually here in the present moment. Mindfulness brings you back. It grounds you in the now. You have an agency and choice. Reason two, you can't heal what you can't feel. If you're dissociated, numb, or constantly distracting yourself, you can't process emotions or experiences. Mindfulness creates the condition for healing by helping you notice what's actually happening inside of you. And reason three, mindfulness builds distress tolerance. When you practice being present with discomfort without immediately reacting or numbing, you're building your capacity to handle difficult emotions and sensations. You're teaching your nervous system, I can be with this, I don't have to escape. Reason four, mindfulness interrupts automatic patterns. So many of our reactions are automatic. We're triggered and we respond without thinking. Mindfulness creates a pause, a moment where you can choose, do I want to react the way I always do, or is there another option? That pause is where healing happens. Let's talk about what it actually means to be in the present moment. Right now, as you're listening to this, what do you notice in your body? Temperature, tension, breath, sensations. What do you notice in your environment? Sounds, light, objects around you. What do you notice in your mind? Thoughts, judgments, distractions. Just noticing, not fixing, not changing, just being aware. That presents moment awareness. And most of us are terrible at it because we're constantly pulled into past or future, into judgment or problem solving. But the present moment is the only moment where life is actually happening. It's the only moment where you have the power. Now, here's something important. Traditional mindfulness doesn't always work for trauma survivors. If you have a history of trauma, being told to just sit in your thoughts or focus on your breath can be re-traumatizing because sometimes what's in your body is overwhelming. Sometimes your thoughts are intrusive. Sometimes focusing inward feels dangerous. So mindfulness for trauma survivors needs to be adapted. And here's how. Start with external focus, not internal. Instead of close your eyes and focus on your breath, try notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch. You're practicing mindfulness, but you're anchoring to the external world, which feels safer. Use movement-based mindfulness, walking, meditation, yoga, stretching, dancing. Movement can feel more accessible than stillness when your nervous system is dysregulated. Keep your eyes open. You don't have to close your eyes to be mindful. If closing your eyes feels unsafe or triggering, keep them open. Soften your gaze. Look at something calming. Keep it short. You don't need to meditate for 20 minutes. Start with 30 seconds. 1 minute. Build gradually. Use guided practices. If being alone with your thoughts feels overwhelming, use guided meditations or body scans So there's a voice helping you stay regulated. The goal isn't perfection, it's just practice. So small moments of presence. So how do you actually practice mindfulness in daily life? 1, mindful breathing. Simple version. Take 3 slow breaths. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. That's it. You can do this anytime, anywhere. 2, body scan. Starting at your feet, slowly bring attention to each part of your body. Just noticing, not fixing. Moving up through legs, torso, arms, head. 3, mindful eating. Eat one meal without your phone, without TV. Just notice the taste, texture, temperature. Chew slowly. 4, grounding techniques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. 5, mindful walking. Walk slowly. Notice how your feet feel on the ground. Notice your surroundings. Stay present with experience. And 6, 1-minute check-ins. Set a timer for once an hour. Pause. Ask, what am I feeling right now? What do I need? The key is consistency, not duration. Better to practice for 1 minute every day than 20 minutes once a week. Mindfulness isn't about clearing your mind or achieving some Zen state. It's about being present, noticing what's happening, creating a pause between stimulus and response. It's not just meditation, it's a way of being you can practice throughout your day. For trauma survivors, it requires modification and care, but it's possible. The present moment is the only moment you have, the only moment where life is actually happening. Mindfulness is the practice of showing up for it. If this episode resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Share your questions, your stories, your reflections. You can submit them in writing form or as a voice message by emailing letters@alottogrowthrough.com. I'll read and listen to every single one. Visit the podcast website at alottogrowthrough.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share. This podcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts. And always remember, healing isn't linear and you're doing better than you think. I'll see you next week.